Guess who's back? It's me. Don't do the same intro. Thank you to Nicole and to Tim with 2 eyes. I've got 4. So I win. No relevance. Thank you for the recommendation. Let's just dive right into it.
And I just love to sing. I don't care who I sing in front of. I'll sing in front of the President of the United States.
Okay.
He says that he can sing. I think he
Isn't this
obsessed.
I have more pictures of women from the waist down than I could ever believe.
I don't understand where he comes up with these memories.
She wanted to have sexual intimacy
Wrong.
and sexual relations with me. She wants to be a woman.
What's up, Seekers? Welcome back to another episode of Scamfish, sponsored by socialcatfish.com.
So they had asked you to do it, but you were
Whoa,
scrolling through
there's
your phone
webs.
and you hit like a wiener pic.
They were asking me to get photos of Angel.
I want to help you out, but like you gotta apologize. You gotta,
Okay, I apologize for bringing up for that. I need to know that where I stand, where I sit.
Look, right there, someone tried to mute your microphone, and I wish for everything that's holy in this world someone did. First of all, in the beginning, he had hair that kind of looked like me if I was older. Let's scratch that off the record books right away, right? Which is mustache, and I don't know where we're heading with this, but the man has already claimed that he possesses several nude images of women from the waist down. Why? What's the reasoning?
What is going on?
On
You
today's
tell me.
episode, we've been contacted by a woman named Carla on behalf of her friend named Ron. The two have been best friends for close to 20 years, but their friendship has been ruined by Ron's internet relationships.
Right.
Let's jump into it. Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and
Thank you as
subscribe.
always.
Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it. What you say on here can potentially go into the video, okay?
You're saying I'm responsible for everything I say.
You're responsible for everything you say, yes.
Hello, Scamfish. My name is Ron.
Hello,
Catfish.
Scamfish team. My name is Carla. So
Hello.
I found a friend in Ron.
I'm 67 years old. I'm not a young person anymore. I should know better, but I don't.
Oh,
I
okay.
go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. I ride my bicycle every single day if I can.
Nice.
When I was in high school, I made first team all-league as a running back. I made first team all-league as a catcher.
Right.
I sang in a church choir. I learned to sing very well. I competed nationally,
Right.
and I just love to sing. I don't care who I sing in front of. I'll sing in front of the President of the United States. I have no problem with that at all.
In the beginning, I was his go-to person throughout his life. So that friendship has been tested.
And I can take my voice to incredible levels because I've mastered my voice to do such thing. It's like training to be a runner.
Shut up, Ron. All right? You bear an uncanny resemblance to Ron Jeremy. If anyone knows who Ron Jeremy is, first of all, I'm slightly judging you, but also not because I know who that is. But anyway, let's compare. She's talking about their friendship. Man is talking about singing in front of the president and how well he sings. He's giving me Helen vibes. If you go up there, if you haven't seen that, if you haven't seen Helen, first of all, well done for not seeing Helen because, Helen gives similar vibe. I do this, I do that. This Mr. Ron is giving me similar vibes and I'm not happy about it.
I was the one suggested to him that he could sing.
Because there's victory in the Lord, I say.
Because he had that radio voice. There's that bass in his voice.
Victory in the Lord.
I just said, well, why don't you try doing something? Join a club, sing. You got a good voice.
And don't you go riding on that long black train.
He says that he can sing.
That devil, he's a driving that long black train.
Nice. Wow, stop him before he explodes.
When I sing, and when I sing really well,
What
there are
happens?
women who take me home and give me gratuity.
You know, I recognized early on that he had a short fuse.
They think I'm a toxic person or whatever, which I'm not. I don't hurt women and I don't victimize them.
Ron talks to
Well
me
done, I guess.
about experiences he has with me that's completely manufactured.
I'm not attractive to Carla the way I once was because she let herself get real heavy.
The
What in the hell am I listening to? Huh? First of all, let's address the fact that apparently he thinks he sings so well, and that when he sings so well, women want to take him on.
What?
Women want to take him home and suck you off? Is that what you're saying, Ron? Huh? Your gratitude or whatever the hell he said. Second of all, and most importantly, what? This is your friend you're talking about, and you've just put her down for some reason, unprovoked. I have no idea. You say you are not a toxic person, but the fact unprovoked, you've just ridiculed Carla, I think that's her name, for some reason, saying you don't like her now because she's heavier. Are you a catch? Are you some kind of playboy? Huh? Are you... I don't know who I'm trying to... You're disgusting.
The way I once was because she let herself get real heavy.
I told him I could only be friends.
And even though we're not a couple anymore or do sleepovers together or anything like that,
I don't understand where he comes up with these memories.
but I still feel, bad that I can't, be with Carla the way we once were and
What
having
are you
good
on
times
about?
together. Because I really enjoyed spending time with her.
And he tries to implant and impose them on me. I'm supposed to go along with these lies.
She's not able to take care of herself the way she once did.
I have to excuse him because of his age.
I still, try to look good for my age. I go to the gym and work out.
And then I realized that he was in a bit of trouble.
Here's what got me with online dating was I met ladies on Facebook and my account took off like something like Elvis or Frank Sinatra. I couldn't believe all the women that were there.
I went to his home to fix his desktop computer, and
Stop it, Carla. Stop it right now. Is it okay if I steal a moment of your time? They ended up probably stealing a lot more than a moment of your time. Ron, you're a piece of shit, my man. Scratch that. You're not my man. Disgrace. If I was your man, I'd leave, but I wouldn't be your man in the first place. Where am I going with this? I don't know. Why are you speaking about Carla, your friend, in a way that, first of all, makes it seem as if you're together or were together when Carla clearly says you have never been? So that's concerning. Why you think that. Don't know if you have some kind of weird psychological stance that you have some kind of hold on her, but get a grip of yourself and stop telling her to go. Well, stop implying that she needs to go gym and blah blah. If she wants to go gym, she'll go to the gym, right? But the way you are saying things, it's completely rubbing me the wrong way, and I'm not having a good time so far. So thank you, Tim, and thank you, Nicole, for this.
computer, and I find that there's explicit photos.
I have more pictures of women from the waist down than I could ever believe.
He's like a clown, like someone that will be a conversationalist.
If they send me something, they wanted something back for that. And I had to learn how to do all that and take a shot of myself from the waist down and send it to these ladies. I learned.
Sorry for pausing it, but look at that. I don't like to go at people's appearances on here, right? But when you are criticizing someone else's appearance, I think it's free game for me to go at you. What are you doing here, Ron? You look like you've just woken up. You've immediately gone on your phone. You've seen a nude. You've seen a ghost, it looks like. You've electrocuted yourself. You look like Einstein's evil twin. That's what I'm going to stick with. Ron, get a grip of yourself. And if anyone is offended by the fact that I think it's the first time I've come for someone's appearance here, and not come for their appearance in the dirty way, because if I'm coming over Ron, then we've got serious issues. But he insulted Carla's appearance. It's my turn.
And send it to these ladies. I learned how to do that.
Well
And
done.
I don't know if he's trying to make up for his size.
And they all seem to enjoy and like that.
I think he's a little bit egotistical.
But
Yes.
several of the ladies I was able to connect to in a way that I saw that these were good, decent people that, actually liked me, were attracted to me.
Okay.
And they would, if I asked them not to shave, they would stop shaving.
What?
Their lady part.
I think he's the perfect
What?
victim.
And I would tell them that I'm not a young man in my 20s or 30s. I'm over 50. And they didn't seem to mind that because I looked younger than I am.
Of
He's
course.
controlled so much by the scammers.
I met her on Facebook.
I think he is obsessed.
Her name is Angel Vasquez with 2 Z's in it. Angel has a kind of figure and face to die for. She is just gorgeous. She's about 30 years old, and her figure on her is just unbelievable. And she's got everything that a man could ever want for, as far as a beautiful lady or whatever. She looks every bit the part. She's a Brazilian beauty with a Brazilian butt, and that's my weakness.
You're not making it any easier for me to feel any sort of sympathy for you, because it's always the case with these victims that they love the scammer because of how they look. Nothing else. Maybe a few good morning, oh, I love you, babe, right? Some nice messages. But for the most part, they're just going for the looks. And this is what's the most concerning thing about all of this. Because I understand you can be confident within yourself, and I gave myself breasts there. Let me sit up a bit so that you can absolutely see the knockers I'm rocking with.
Yeah, boy.
I take off my shirt, that's a different platform. The case with these people, I understand being confident, but get a grip of yourself, okay? There's one thing, confidence. There's another thing, delusion. All right, I'm not saying that there's people out there that there's not people out there who don't like an older man, an older woman, right? But for the most part, if you're getting random ads on Facebook to be your friend and they are much, much younger, be aware.
She wanted to have sexual intimacy and sexual
course.
relations with me.
Yeah.
She wants to be a woman. When I met Angel, we hit it off very good. And I said, okay, I'm going to drive down to San Diego. Angel lives in South San Diego, Chula Vista. I drove all the way down there to see her in December of this past year.
The family did not know. His son lives with him. He did not know that his dad was in another state.
And then she never showed up. I said, what the heck, How can you do that to me? I mean, I thought we were, good friends. I thought we were having a thing or whatever. And she never showed up. She left me hanging there at a motel. And it hurt me.
In his chat, people are...
First of all, it's funny that she says, I got real busy with my daughter, because the scammer's story is really putting you to bad light, because you up and left your son to go to another state for however long that might have taken. You didn't even inform the son. Hey, I'm going to, I'm going, by the way. So if you need me, I'm not here. You did it. You just left. So the fact that Angel here is more of a considerate parent who is fake than you, real, is so concerning, Ron.
The reason why I sent Angel money is she lost her job. And I'm not sure exactly what happened to the job. I don't know. She was making all this great money, fantastic money, and it all just disappeared.
So no questions.
I'm not sure if she got fired. She never would, actually talk to me or admit that to me. But she needed help. I knew she had a daughter, and she needed help. And nobody was there to help her. Both her parents had been killed in a car crash. It was just me. And I felt a responsibility for them. Right or wrong as that may sound, that's just the way I felt. I wanted to help
I understand. Yes.
And I did.
He was supposed to have gotten a inheritance.
Well, at that time, it worked out so that I got my inheritance for $87,000.
I knew it was going to go into the pockets of the scammers.
Ron has been funding Angel and her daughter's life, but things got even more out of control when she told Ron about her inheritance that she was about to get.
She asked me if I would help her with her inheritance.
How does that make any sense?
Now, here's the problem. Angel, to qualify for her inheritance,
Right.
she's got to be married to a man, and the money must go into the husband's account, which is me.
What?
This is where things really go sideways, and it upsets me to even talk about this. Now, I paid $1,500 4 months ago to marry Angel. I have to pay another $1,500 a week ago. We got a marriage certificate, but we never got a marriage license. And in order to be legally married in San Diego, you have to get a marriage license, and you have to prove that you've got a divorce. And that never took place with the attorney.
So when I look at him as a person, I see that he is completely lost it.
She
Facts.
swore on her parents that she would not give my bank login to the attorney. She not.
Whoa. I swear on my daughter and my parents, I won't. If this was real, Angel, well, you've lied and your daughter is in jeopardy now, and not the game show.
This is great banter.
Ron, get a grip of yourself here, okay? Why would someone randomly decide to marry you for their inheritance? I don't even think that's a thing, but someone will educate me in the comments. Do you need to be married for some type of inheritance? That's a pretty weird thing. Your grandparents are writing you a will. In order for you to access this money, my dear, you need to be married, otherwise you will be poor. So unless you find someone, you are going to rot in poverty. Get a grip of yourself here, Ron. I don't even feel sorry, because you seem to be a bit of a poo head, alright?
She not only did it once with Bank of America, she did it a second time with Citibank. And now both of those accounts are ruined. They're ruined.
It's your
And here's
fault.
the thing, these are the most dishonorable people in the profession of professional attorneys. I don't like not knowing who these bad people are. I don't like that. That makes me feel worse than a victim.
He was like 4 months behind on his mortgage.
To me, she is real because of the things that she says to me.
Oh, we
There's
no,
no way
okay.
that a woman would talk that way to a man unless she were real. She's won my heart. This is a beautiful lady. She can have any man in the world. Once she's got her money, she can have any man in the world she wants.
I said, hey,
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, huh? Angel. She can have anyone she wants. Let's bring in some realism right now. See that? We're stroking the realism cow. That's what we're doing here. What's wrong with you? So she can have any man she wants, but she wants you. I rate the confidence. I respect it, Ron. I respect it. I respect the confidence, and that's it. All right? Take it from me as someone who is very much not confident within themselves. Fair play. Just give it a round of applause to Ron. Look how angry he looks on the screen right now. I don't understand these people that wither themselves away. You're behind 4 months on your mortgage. So when you give your money to Angel, right, because she's broke, she needs to take care of her daughter, and you get thrown out of your house, what do you do then? Tell me that. Do you go live with Angel, who can't take care of her daughter, but now somehow is going to be able to take care of her daughter and you? Get a grip. Get a grip. It doesn't make sense. It just stop ruining yourself for another person, real or fake. If they're real, right, don't do it to yourself. Be selfish. Put yourself first.
What?
I said, hey, you're
Spat.
going to lose your home. These people are going to suck you dry of all the money that you have.
Oh.
I remember Ron
Oh,
as
she's
the
changed.
person that, to me, was a loyal, committed friend as well. So I think that on that level, we had something in common.
So how long have you and Ron been friends for?
From 2004 to September.
Has he ever
exposed himself or sent pictures of himself to anyone that you know of? Is that like a common thing that he does out of curiosity?
Not to me, never. I just never experienced that side of him.
A few days before this call with Carla, Brienne and Bree video chatted Ron to pull more information on Angel. When he was scrolling through the chats with him and her, he exposed a photo of himself, but didn't seem fazed by it at all. This was concerning to us. It was a little unclear if he showed the photo on purpose or not.
You know what? I'm done, Brienne.
So you're this angel that just keeps showing up and helping him out with his computer, his finances, his, whatever. You've been doing it for years and years. And
Wow. You think we're just gonna move on without me, of all people, addressing the fact that man's flashed his wiener to Brienne and I think Bree? I don't know. First of all, I know David is married to Brienne. So I would have locked off this case right now. Said, sorry, you're showing my wife your ding dong. Get out of here. I don't want anything to do with you. My question here is, no, he was showing the chats. I was going to say, does he just have a random picture of himself saved? Imagine how that looks. Perhaps don't imagine it if you're eating right now. But if for some reason you have a pig in blanket on your plate, just imagine that as Ron's, hoo-ha, Willy Wonka.
that's just your habit and you're doing it again with us.
Well, I actually severed ties with him.
Good.
So is this like your big I told you so to him? Like, you can be honest with me. Okay.
No. I would never rub it in his face or anybody's face.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody.
What's your perfect outcome? Like, if we went through
Very
and did
good
this, like,
friend.
what's your ideal outcome of like, okay, we did this. This is exactly what I hope happens and I want to happen.
Well, I hope that you guys could show him the impact and that he really has people in his life that cares. Believe me, I know his children are hurting, and my voice and my presence here is also another layer of him having good people that he pushed away just for what he's chasing, and he's putting good money after bad money. As soon as the money disintegrates and it goes into the scammers, he's still doing that, and he doesn't realize. Somehow I would like for him to wake up, see what he's doing, stop the bleed.
Our team decided to move forward with helping Ron after speaking with Carla. We felt that Ron could be a decent guy, but the way he spoke in his initial interview, the image Bree and Brienne saw, and the images that he received from the women that he was speaking with online all added up to a man who was desensitized. Not to mention, he only had 3 photos of Angel, but had hundreds of nude photos of her body. A few days later, we sat down with Ron to go over everything that we had found.
First of all, Carla is an incredible person. Much mentally stronger person than me, because I tell you for sure, I will not be helping this man. But there's also the fact that I'm not sure if she heard Ron's comments about her weight, etc. So if she did and she still wants him to be helped, again, fair play. But let's address the fact that he's getting to know Angel, right? And I don't know if it's a normal thing to just have so many explicit images of the person that you're getting to know, right? But I don't know if that's a normal thing, but I guess because they're married or on the verge of marriage, it's okay. But Ron just seems like the type of man to... Well, I think it's very clear that he's only after one thing, if we're being entirely honest, right? Man wants the Brazilian butt just on his face. He's disgusting. He's disgusting. I don't know if anyone of his family have tried to stop him, but from what we see from Carla, it seems like she's the only one trying to do anything. But some people you just cannot help. Okay?
had found.
I know a little bit about you and your situation. Why are you wanting to do this? Just help me understand. Like, what problems you want us to help you solve?
Angel has a daughter named Isabella, and their granddaughter has a form of cancer, and I have to give her $10,000 so that she can take her daughter to England to get this and pay for her the daughter's medicine each month. We got married in like May of this year, but the attorney never paid for any of the legal fees. I need to know that where I stand, where I sit, what is going on.
So Carla was concerned about you when we spoke to her yesterday. She feels that you've pushed her away. You know, you guys used to be a lot closer. And because of this relationship, Ron, like you're pushing other people away.
Well, that's another story. Carla and I used to live together. She lived with me for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. I lived with her for a couple of years. Longer loving interest to me, even though Angel still is.
I struggled a little bit with this interview. I'll tell you why. So Brienne is my wife. I know.
Why is he doing that?
So you sat down with Brie and you sat down with Brienne. So they had asked you to do it, but you were scrolling through your phone and you hit like a wiener pic.
They were asking me to get photos of Angel, and that was where I had the photos linked up to it because Brie told me that the photo that I showed him wasn't any good to find me some more photos.
Yeah. Whoa! I don't think she meant, yeah, I'd love to see a picture of your wiener instead. Get it? This man doesn't even seem like he gives a shit about what he's done. Oh, do you feel sorry for him? Genuinely, like the people who sometimes leave comments that, you know, I'm too harsh on these people and that they're older and they don't really, and you know, they don't understand technology. What do you really feel sorry for someone like this? Because he doesn't seem like he gives a shit about anything other than trying to get his dick wet by someone much younger.
To find me some more photos.
Yeah.
And I completely blanked out that there were some of my photos on there also.
Okay.
So I never showed it a second time.
I want to help you out, but like you got to apologize.
Okay, I apologize for bringing up for that.
Okay.
And I hadn't looked at that website or that actual email or GChat for so long because it's not current. There's a different one that we're using, and I'm trying to in a hurry, and that's how that happened.
Okay, so it was a mistake.
I didn't do it twice. If I'd have done it twice, then you could really be mad at me.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Brienne be in the video with me. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. So Ron, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through all the information and help you understand like what's happening. Okay?
Okay, that's great.
Hi, Ron.
Okay,
I love how she peeked over to make sure his dick isn't on the screen.
Hi, Brienne.
Hi.
The first thing I want to talk about is the state of California conservatorship document that you were sent, right? So Bree, she ran a reverse image search. She was able to see that document where they were symbols that were taken from other documents and photoshopped onto that document. The lawyer and the judge that you thought you were dealing with are not really part of this.
Why does he keep doing that?
Where am I sending the money to?
The signature was taken off a real legal document and photoshopped onto this document.
He genuinely still believes that this is real and that his money is just going somewhere else, like it's been displaced. What? Okay, what?
When am I ever going to get a break?
You sent over.
I don't know, when you can be a
Florida
better
driver's
person,
license.
maybe?
So what we had found is this is actually a Photoshop
Who is
driver's
this?
license. We actually found the template for this driver's license, and that's how we were able to distinguish that this was a
Is that
fake
supposed to be Angel?
government ID.
Oh my God.
Oh, who
Well,
moved the camera?
I don't know what to say about that. So who is she?
The real identity of Angel
Who knows?
is Angela Jonathan.
Who the heck is that?
She's an adult actress with OnlyFans.
Everyone you've been talking to has been using the images of adult film actresses.
Do you know that I have donated 18 gallons of blood to the blood bank in my hometown here? And if I were to be involved, have unprotected sex with either of these gals, I can't be a blood donor no more.
Relevance? If anyone wants to tell me the relevance of that piece of information that we've just heard from Ron, I'd gladly love to hear it in the comments, because man has decided to unnecessarily once again bring up what?
That's something you got to take very seriously.
I think our point is you wouldn't ever get to that point where you would
Yeah.
have that relationship with them because you've never been talking to
Still
these
thinks
real
he's
women.
real, bruv.
You've been talking to scammers who've been using these women's images.
Man is worried about the wrong kind of spunk in this situation. You've spunked away so much money. There's no need to be thinking of get your head in the game, Ron. Get both heads in the game.
So I'm not talking to Angie Johansson.
No.
No.
I'm talking to somebody using her photo.
Yes.
Her photo.
Photoing.
Yes.
Her photo.
They stole all her photos. They pretended to be her, changed the name, and they've been using them to talk to you this whole time to steal money from you.
Okay, now I gave you guys emails so that you could specifically find out who was behind that email.
With an email address, just so you know, if they're freshly created, there's not going to be information behind those emails. And when Bree looked these up, there was no information behind the emails. And that means that these
New
emails
email.
were recently created.
Yeah.
The lawyer's fake. The judge is not the judge that signed that paperwork. And Angel is not Angel, right? She's stealing Angela's pictures.
Could Angel be a man?
Angel's probably a man.
Could be.
Well, that won't work.
You're telling me.
Oh. It could. Technically, it could work. Ron, don't be such a pig. Disgraceful. You just
Well,
want
now I know.
a young woman.
God. I go to church on Sunday believing that I'll be protected from things like this happening to me, and that didn't happen. That just never happened. I go to church. I go to Catholic Parish Church every Sunday at 5 o'clock. And I always believed that I would be protected from things like this.
But sometimes, Ron, it's awareness, right? Like you can go to church, you can pray, you can do all this stuff. But if you proceed with these actions, like it's going to put you in a situation like technology is not your thing, right?
I admit that. That's my weakest point right there.
Yeah, and because of that, these people are taking advantage of you, Ron.
This is a very common case that we see. Many men online fall for fake profiles of young, hot women. Ron needed a wake-up call. He took in the information well, but needed to process it. He wanted this to be true not only because he sent close to $100,000 to these fake profiles, but because he was truly lonely and wanted to prove to his friends and family that this relationship was real.
I have this problem, right? And sometimes I see it in the comments, and I always feel the need to type out some explanation. But when you're lonely, right? Me, myself, I feel lonely sometimes. It doesn't mean that you should abandon all common sense to now decide sending money to someone is the right thing to do in the name of love. It just doesn't make sense. I feel like people use the lonely word or the lonely aspect. Cool, maybe it's an excuse, right? But me personally, I don't see it as an excuse, because just like you're an adult, right? You should be able, not control your loneliness, because I don't think anyone can. You're lonely. But you can be able to control the fact that you're sending money, right? Like, I know there's some cases where you can see or you can hear from the way they speak that sometimes the victims, they do have a mental health problem, right? That I can understand, as you can't really control yourself in terms of certain, what's the word, cognitive thoughts. I'm the wrong person to be trying to, scientifically explain something. But someone like Ron, right? Someone like Ron, it just loneliness is not an excuse for sending someone money. All right? It just stop it and go outside.
Was real.
Okay, so the marriage. I'm not married to Angel. Then did you check out the marriage document?
Angel is an angel. The real person in the image is Angela.
Oh, so I'm not married.
No.
You're not married.
So are you able to ascertain if there is any inheritance that Angel is supposed to receive? There's none.
This is a facade. This is a lie. The only thing that they are interested in doing is getting access to your money.
Sad, isn't it?
My own family wants to sue me because of the money that I owed. I jeopardized my relationship with Carla.
I think you should apologize to Carla because I think she has a little bit of a chip on her shoulder at this point.
Well, she liked the money that I used to spend on her. I used to take her out for really nice dinners, go out to the movies, and I haven't been able to do that for since December of last year. Everything she said would happen has happened.
Yes.
She told me that they were working in collusion against me.
She wants your friendship back, Ron.
All she needs is a dinner and the newest movie.
There you go.
Like, I think we've had a good conversation here. I'm glad we're able to help you out, right?
The fact that you're being sued by your family, and the fact that, once again, you bring up unnecessary things as if you're trying to put down Carla with the whole, oh, she liked when I spent money on her. Get a grip of yourself, man. Once again, we're bringing it back. Like, come here. Yeah. You know what we've brought back? We've brought back the fact that, once again, you should not sabotage your own life for your internet lover. Okay? The fact you just discarded your family, they want to sue you. You discarded many years of friendship with Carla for this random angel. I was going to say angel. But the thing that really irks me the most here is the amount of times that you, like, slyly, or very not slyly actually, you put her down. Why do you keep doing that? I'm surprised she was ever your friend in the first place, because
and I want to give you a little guidance on why this is happening. What happens is, when you look at so many nude photos and so much, you start becoming desensitized to this.
I don't do.
Okay, but you
Okay.
have lots of nude pictures that you have on your phone. You're showing your coworkers, your truck drivers, the nude photos. You've admitted to that, right? We've done over 1,000 videos. We have 9 million people a month that come to us, and one of the most common things I've seen myself is that when people are looking at this nude photos like this, they become desensitized. And my recommendation to you is step away from this stuff. This stuff is fake. This is not real life. And you've built this different reality of what's happening because you're so enamored and so you're so into this. You said she was 29 years old. How many times you're walking down the street, you have a hot 29-year-old that walks up to you and says, hey,
yes,
baby, I want to be your boyfriend?
Well, in the beginning, she told me on the idea that I need to get married. That was our agreement. I would not steal from her because
you're not answering the question.
Money in your bank account, and I need for you to give me all of my money and not take any of it.
You're not answering the
you're
question.
in your 60s. It's just not realistic that somebody that's really, truly interested in you and wants you for you is willing to do this. And you have to understand that.
Okay, I've got it now. It's been ingrained in me and
Look
forced
at
on me.
the
And
quality, bro.
I can now walk away from Angel and say to myself, hey, you know, I don't know who the heck you are. I just feel a sense of relief that I actually know something that I didn't know an hour ago.
I can't see
That's
you.
great.
All right. Well, we're gonna stay in touch, though. Okay. And
All right,
then
thank
if you
you.
need anything, let us know. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Ron and Carla still haven't spoken. I don't blame her, to be honest. I do not blame her one bit. Blaine, apparently. Well, okay, well, that's the end of it. I do like the fact that he touched on that last bit about pornography, because it's not good. Like, I understand little bit, you know, here and there, but if you do overly consume it, probably work on trying to cut it down, because it sets very unrealistic expectations of the world around you, as we've seen from Ron, who for some reason has a bunch of nudes in his phone showing it off. Yeah, as we can see here, he genuinely thought a 29-year-old was wanted to be his wife, which again, someone out there might be, but be realistic with yourself, as David said. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Definitely, it seems most of the men that I react to on this show are piece of shit. Now, there's varying levels of piece of shit. Like, for example, Tony over here is the biggest piece of shit, and I'm surprised he's not in prison. Go see that. Disgrace.